It's an announcement, I guess, and a remark. And it's concerning something you were talking about. One of the things that I looked into right after I first taken over was the manpower on the street. Then I got with Sergeant Davis, and Lieutenant Sledge, and we sat down and we discussed it. And what we're getting ready to do next Monday, well, this coming Monday, is we're going to go to 5-man shifts. Right now we have 4 people on the shift. This is going to do several things for the Fairhope Police Department. It's going to help these guys out. It's going to help build morale. It's going to give us more people on the street. It's going to get us someone where we can put on Gayford one morning, put on Ingleside one morning. For the simple reason, right now what we have going on is school. With school going on, we try to keep an officer in the school zone. We have, investigators, we've been having them out at the school to start the year off. We tried something a little different, and we tried to leave them in the school a little longer. Usually we do it for like the first 2 weeks. But unfortunately, we have a lot of people that come through Fairhope or live here in Fairhope, and they don't do like my mother taught me to do years ago. And that was, if you had to be somewhere, try to leave 15 minutes earlier to make sure you're gonna get there 15 minutes before you're supposed to be there. I usually come to the office, I try to be there at 7:45. Usually I get there at 8 o'clock is my time to be there, but I try to get there at 7:45. Because she used to always say, you don't know if you're gonna have a flat tire on the road or whatever would happen. And so we are getting ready to do that. Also, on the 15th, I have 2 officers that's coming out of the academy. And they were counted in that number that Tyra gave y'all. And we're looking to place them maybe on a special shift to where they can work between the 2 shifts so they could help us cut down on overtime, because that was one of the things that when I met with the mayor, he wanted to do, and this is something we've been trying to do, cut down on overtime. Some of this has been unfortunate. We couldn't help it because the mandate of having 4 people on the shift at all times. And so with a 5th person on, if somebody takes a vacation, I don't have to take John and one of these guys and put them on another shift. So all of these things are going to help us. I talked with Mr. Cheney the other day, and I don't get into calling names, and so he'll know what I'm talking about. But he had a concern about a place in Fairhope, and he called me about it. I went and talked with the gentleman about it, and people call, and they have concerns about different issues and stuff like that. I don't want nobody to think that you call me and I'm just gonna sweep it up under the rug or whatever. I'm gonna deal with it one way or another. I mean, I'm gonna look into it, I should say it that way, and see what can be done, what's the best way to do or to take care of something. And so I'm looking into that, Mr. Cheney. And I did speak to the gentleman. And he stopped me this morning, I talked to him again. So I feel comfortable by the end of the, but when we come back here next month, the problem will be no more.
Okay, right.
And so I'm not a person to sit in the office all day, and you know, some people can do it. I can't do it. I get out, walk downtown. I try to get out of the office. Unfortunately, this week it was just 3 days I got to go to class, but I'm gonna be getting out, meeting with people, finding out what their concerns are here in Fairhope in our police jurisdiction, to find out what we need to do to make a better community. Like Sergeant Davis says, one of the concerns, and we've been pushing it, the county been pushing it, Daphne's been pushing it, everybody been pushing it. Lock it or lose it. My wife, she pulled up in the garage. She locks her car. She's been doing it for years. I used to just leave my truck unlocked and all that. She said, somebody's gonna steal your stuff. I said, no, I lock my truck now. We have a lot of people that's out of work. And if you have something of value and you don't want your window broken out, and most of the people are not breaking one, they're just going in and trying to do it. Because there's so many people leaving the doors open, all you got to do is just, if this one is locked, I just go next door and try his door. and stuff. I met with some people last week and they was asking some questions. I met with the downtown merchants last week and I talked with them and they were asking questions about things, and this gentleman and his wife had did the big burglary last year, and we caught them, and they were going all around the county breaking and stuff, and she said, those folks, she said, I saw his picture in the paper, and she said, I never called anybody, but he came to my house and knocked on the door. I said, I don't know why I opened the door. But that's what they would do. He would send his wife to the door and knock or whatever. And she said, I stay way off the road. They could have killed me or anything. And I told her about this little device they got. They got a little device called a driveway doorbell. And you can set it up and you take the other part of it. I think I bought one for something we were doing here at the police department. I got it in my truck now. But you can mount it on a tree or something. When you come down the driveway, it rings just like the doorbell once they break that beam. All of these little things will help you and stuff. And when people come to your door and you don't know who they are, don't open the door. Don't be running faster. You know, I know some elderly people, they don't see company or don't have company, and they're glad somebody come by to see. But you can't open your door and let everybody in your house. And so it's other things like that. Like it was mentioned, John has started the program Coffee with the Cop. He comes up here once a month. We have someone tomorrow going out to British to talk with them, and we're sending officers out, and we're having officers to go out to talk to the different groups and stuff. We want to get back into churches, talking to the young people and stuff. So we want to be more police, community policing. That's what we want to get back to, that to where people know that we care, and it's not. I never felt like it was just about a paycheck. And I don't want my people to feel like it's just about a paycheck. I want them to care about this city and about the people they represent.